And what a show we've got for you tonight. Step inside the Mike's Fitness Equipment studio. My name is Pep Fernandez. Welcome to Teen Vision TV 16. This is a championship edition of the Inland Sports Show. First and foremost, best of luck to our local soccer and high school basketball teams still in the hunt for state championships. It's that time of the year. It's March Madness, right? Not only for the NCAA basketball tournament, for our high school teams locally as well. A little bit later in the show, we will have UC Riverside men's basketball coach David Patrick. He will join us. Speaking of March Madness, could the Highlanders make it to the big dance? They might be a little closer than ever. This is their best season in, well, maybe the best ever at the Division I level at least. So we'll see what the Highlanders have in store with one game left in the regular season and then the Big West Conference tournament. We will also check in, speaking of champions, the state champion wrestler from Roosevelt High School. We had one from our area. It is Brandon Leon, 220 pounds, your CIF state champion. There he is at the top of the podium. Not only state champion, but he capped off an undefeated season, a perfect 43-0. So Brandon's going to join us in our very next segment to talk about his perfect season and winning that state championship at Mechanics Bank Arena up there in Bakersfield. What a run for Brandon Leon, your state champion at 220 pounds. And I don't care what weight classes it is, but if you win a state championship in wrestling in the state of California, that's a very, very big deal. So congratulations to Brandon. And we will talk to him coming up in our next segment. Now, we're coming off the CIF Southern Section Championships, not only for soccer, but for basketball. And what a weekend it was on the pitch and on the hardwood. We're going to basketball right now. We hit soccer really hard last week. We're hitting hoops hard right now. And let's go to our Mike's Fitness Equipment Athlete of the Week. And she was phenomenal. We're talking about Paloma Valley's Maya Pierfax, a career high 37 points to help Paloma Valley beat Ontario Christian for the 4AA CIF Southern Section title. 64-47 was the final score, and Pierfax, who has already committed to the Fresno State Bulldogs, had the game of her life. There you can see her soaking in the moment as Paloma Valley won the CIF Southern Section Championship. She had a monster game, overcome with emotion. So Maya is our Mike's Fitness Equipment Athlete of the Week. So after the game, after that big win to clinch that Southern Section Championship in 4AA, we had a chance to catch up with Maya and the head coach, Coach Dale, for Paloma Valley to talk about that Southern Section Championship win that would catapult them into the state playoffs now. But here's the Wildcats coming off the title.
Inland Sports.
First off, congratulations, and what a decisive win in the championship.
For sure, yeah. No, I thought we played so hard all game. Girls made big shots. They're an awesome team, but I loved how we played tonight.
And emotional, too. I mean, like you, your staff, the players. I mean, this was an emotional win, too.
For sure. You know what? Like, we've come so far. We've gotten a lot better this year. I think we always thought it was possible, but for us to come through and do it is exciting.
Now you're going to state. The season's not over yet. Are you excited about what's still to come?
I think so. You know, we're going to catch our breath and really celebrate this one, but I don't know. I'm excited to play. We want to get up to Sacramento too.
It feels great. I'm so happy right now. Like, I don't even know how to describe the feeling. It's just amazing.
Just kind of overcome with emotions, right? It's hard to put into words what this feels like.
Yeah, it is. Like, it's just awesome. It's just amazing.
CIF champion. Now you go to the state playoffs. That's a pretty good year.
Yeah, it is. We're excited. We're ready to go to state. Hopefully go to the finals in that too.
All right, so congratulations to the Wildcats on that CIF Southern Section 4 AA title, their first in girls hoops. On the boys' side, the first ever CIF Southern Section Championship for the Arrowhead Christian Eagles, and it was a wild finish as ACA locked up their first ever title in boys basketball, and it's our spoiled, slick play of the week. Let's check it out. Here's how it went down. Also at Colony High School, tied at 60, final seconds. The first shot, no. The putback, yes. At the buzzer, the Eagles win the 5AA CIF Southern Section Championship on the putback at the Horn. Big time crowd out there for ACA, and they are your CIF champions in 5AA, the first CIF Southern Section title for Coach Bowman and the Eagles. Congratulations to them. And again, what a weekend out there. We had Maya Pierfax going off for Paloma Valley. We had ACA winning at the buzzer. It was a fantastic weekend. We can't cover all the games and scores right now, but it was a fun weekend. For more coverage, go to the Inland Sports website. You can also find it at sportswithpep.com, and you'll see a lot more pictures, some video, and some recaps as well from our senior writer, Daryl Trujillo. Now going from high school basketball to college basketball, in our third segment, as I alluded to earlier, head coach David Patrick from UC Riverside will join us on the show because the Highlanders are this close to having their best season ever at the Division I level. And is it good enough maybe to make it to the big dance, the NCAA tournament? We will find out in about, well, a week and a half or so for the Highlanders. Let's go to the Big West Conference standings, how they look right now going into UC Riverside's final game of the regular season. Just one more, and they will play UC Davis. And if you look, Davis at 8-6 in third place right now, tied for third place in the Big West. And there's UCR at 6-9 in conference play. That has a potentially to be a first-round playoff matchup at the Big West tournament. So we'll see. Davis will play on Wednesday night, then they'll come down here to play UC Riverside on Saturday night. Jeff Gorham and I will be on the call, but that could be a massive game Saturday night in the Highlanders' regular season finale before they get to the conference tournament. So that could be a big one. But there is Irvine. Irvine has already locked up the Big West Conference title, just like they did last year. The Anteaters were so good last year. They won a NCAA tournament game, and the Eaters are back. So we'll see how this is going to pan out for the Highlanders. Hopefully they can avoid UC Irvine in the Big West tournament until that championship game, maybe, fingers crossed. But first things first, Saturday night, regular season finale against UC Davis. Jeff and I will be on the call, and David Patrick, the head coach, will join us in just a couple of segments. All right, let's take our first break of the evening. When we come back, it's championship time here on the Inland Sports Show. Brandon Leone from Roosevelt High School, your state champion wrestler at 220 pounds, will join us here on the Inland Sports Show when we come back.
What's going on, guys? This is Ray Bass from Boost Performance Training. You're watching the Inland Sports Show with the one and only Pep Fernandez.
The Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Spoiled. Quick, quality oil change. Spoil yourself and your car at Spoiled. Kin Sporting Goods. They have all of your sporting gear needs, Letterman's jackets, and team uniforms. Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass. Athletes of all levels and all sports are going to Boost Performance Training in Corona. Mike's Fitness Equipment. Check out the new storeroom on La Cadena. Quality fitness equipment at affordable prices. Mike's Fitness Equipment. And JoJo's Grill-A-Dog, located in the Mountain Grove Shopping Center in Redlands. Let's be frank, not all dogs are created equal. JoJo's Grill-A-Dog. I'm busy. I got things to do. but I really need an oil change. I just need something fast and affordable. Well, I'm right off the 91 at Arlington. Let's go check out Spoiled. And they even got a 10-minute oil change special. I love it.
And then lastly, we have use.
Stickers up, lights reset on May 1.
Okay, looks like you're all set.
Have a good one.
Thank you guys, I appreciate it.
Thanks for everything.
Spoiled, quick, quality oil change right off the 91 freeway at Arlington.
I would say the one thing that we stress more than anything else is service to our customer. Make sure that they're taken care of, whatever you can do to make sure that that order gets to them on time and it's the right quality and what they want. I've been that way since 1976. That was my goal, to reach out to local sports programs, and it's grown from there, and we've been very, very fortunate. My grandson is right over here. He's working for us, and he's going to college right now, and that's exactly what my son did 20-some years ago, and it keeps on going, you know. Customers that come in the store that it's amazing. People that I haven't been here since I was a little kid, and I used to come in here all the time, and then now I'm bringing my son in here, or a grandpa that's bringing his grandson in here that came in here when we first opened back in '76. We just feel so fortunate to have been a part of this community and this Inland Empire for going into our 44th year now, and it's just been a blessing.
And I want to hit you guys with this, because in college football, the big thing now is you do these satellite camps where the big time programs, we're talking about the Alabamas, the Ohio States, they put on these camps for high school stars, and the coaches get to see them and whatnot. And we do it right here in the IE. At the University of Redlands, they've got a summer series where we see all the Pac-12 schools. Chip Kelly and the Bruins come out here. Herm Edwards and Arizona State. Well, coming on June 12th, for the very first time, I just heard, the Michigan Wolverines are coming to the Inland Empire.
Harbaugh?
I did want to point out William Byron, who pilots a 24 machine. He's going to have a Kobe Bryant purple and gold paint scheme.
Nice.
And so will Ryan Blaney, the number 12 car. So a couple.
Cool.
And there's supposed to be, from what I heard, a big 24 painted on the infield somewhere. So
very cool.
Maybe if there's a KCal rocker out there, they see it, take a picture, and send it to us. That'd be pretty cool.
Inland Sports. Welcome back to the Mike's Fitness Equipment Studio. It's the Inland Sports Show.
And welcome back to the Inland Sports Show here at the Mike's Fitness Equipment Studio at Teen Vision TV 16. We got Johnny and Anthony in the back. Championship edition. Big time champion on the show right now. Just wrapping up a CIF state championship on the wrestling mat at 220 pounds. Out of Roosevelt High School, Brandon Leon joining us right now. And Brandon, congratulations, CIF state champion. How does that sound right about now?
Sounds amazing. I'm just very excited. Very excited.
So, Brandon, going into this season, what kind of individual goals did you have for yourself? Was it just to get back to the state tournament? Was it to get on the podium? Was it to win the whole thing? What kind of goals did you have before the season began?
My goal was just to win a state title. That's always been my goal since a little kid. And I knew coming in senior year that I had nothing to lose, and I'm just going to go all out. And then I wanted to win the state title. I was going all in for it.
Now, not only did you win a state championship at 220, But from what I was told, you had a perfect season. Was it 43 wins and no losses all year long?
Yeah, a perfect season. It was a perfect season. It was flawless throughout the whole season. It was everything just lined up together.
Now, when you went to the state tournament, you weren't the number one seed. The guy that you beat in the finals was the number one, guy in your division from Durham, and that's who you beat in the championship match. So you basically, any competitor that was ranked higher than you, you went through them, right, to get to the title?
Yeah. Yep, I went through the second seed, and then that was semifinal match. Then I beat the first seed in the finals. So yeah.
Hey, Brandon, kind of paint that scene in Bakersfield, because I've actually been there to that arena where they do the state finals. They turn out the lights. It's a 10,000-seat arena. It's just that one match going on in the middle, all eyes on you. Do you embrace that moment? Do you get a little anxious and nervous? Like, what's that like?
It was a very anxious moment, but then I knew that I've been wrestling my whole life, and then I just kind of just brought it down. I was like, it's a single match. I've been wrestling for my whole life. Nothing different, just the lights, people, just go out there and do my job, and I know in the end I'll be successful. So that was the whole point. That was my whole thing of just calming myself down and just wrestle one more match for your season, high school season. So.
And what did your coaches say about just the whole season? Because, again, you did not lose a single match, and you win a state championship. Brandon, there's not a lot of guys anywhere that can say that they have a state title in the state of California, which is very difficult, and they went undefeated. I mean, you're an elite company right now.
Yeah. My coach was like, it's meant to be. It was meant to be. It was something that you had to get done to complete it. It's like a cherry on top. That's what it is.
So that's the cherry on top, but there's still more in front of you, right? Like, so what's for dessert now? Like, what's next for Brandon Leone?
I'm going to the Olympics qualifiers to get a spot for the Olympic team. So I'll be competing there next. So I'm excited.
So you reached one goal, which was a CIF state championship. Is the next goal now to represent the United States at the Olympics or some sort of international competition?
Yeah, that's my goal. Just to put my name more out there. That's my goal. Just to be, to be out there, my name. So that's it.
So Brandon, it sounds like you've been wrestling for a long time. How long have you been wrestling, and how were you first introduced to the sport as well?
It's a funny story, actually. I remember this day. My dad called me. I was like 7 years old, and then he was all like, "You want to wrestle?" And I was all like, "WWE?" He was like, "No." He was like, "No, it's grappling." And I was like, "All right, I'll try it out." I was just a kid, so I was like, "Let's try it out." I was curious, and then ever since then, I fell in love. Just the grind, me and my dad, every day, every weekend, waking up early, going to tournaments, and then I just fell in love with the sport. It was amazing.
So you're at 220 right now, Brandon. What did you kind of wrestle throughout your high school career? Did you kind of put on weight a little bit as you went?
Yeah, I wrestled at 82s my freshman and sophomore year, 182s, and then I went up 95s my junior year, and then I saw that I had an opportunity to win state at 220, so I took that chance, and then they came out great, came out successful.
So you got to eat a little bit more, right? Put on a little bit more.
Yeah, not so much stress,
So Brandon, when you look back on your entire, senior season and the state championship and going undefeated, I'm sure you made some memorable moments along the way. But is there any moment, any match, anything that's really going to stick out to you? Maybe besides that moment when they raised your hand for that state championship, was there something else that just kind of stood out to you along the way, a memorable moment?
I think a memorable moment was CIF when I seen all my teammates just come together and just bond, and that was a really good moment, because that's the moments that you'll realize when you're older or when you're moved on. Just seeing your teammates and just bonding and just being together. That was a memorable one for me, where I just saw everybody come together and just one last time, basically. It's great. It was great. That was a good moment.
Well, what a ride it has been, Brandon. We appreciate the time. Thank you so much for jumping on the show with us. We do appreciate it. And let's stay in touch, because I'm hoping we're going to see you in the red, white, and blue someday on a bigger stage.
Of course. Thank you. Yes.
All right, that's Brandon Leone from Roosevelt High School, your CIF state champion at 220 pounds. Join us here on the Inland Sports Show. So thank you, Brandon. We appreciate your time. When we come back, we'll have more Inland Sports Show. We'll talk hoops and a little bit more baseball as well when we come back.
Hello, everybody. This is Mike Maynard, the head football coach at the University of Redlands, and you're watching the Inland Sports Show.
You know, I mean, I always tell, my student athletes that, hey, gains are gains. It's everyone's where they're at, and all you have to worry about is making those small improvements. I see, I've been doing this for 10 years now, and I see kids who start off, slow and end up being really good, and talented student athletes, and I see others who start off really fast and they end up, and a lot of that has to do with, the hype of being a young student athlete and having all this shine, all this glory, and then you stop working. So, and I hate that. I feel like that's one of the things as a coach you have to, really hammer into your athletes that, it's a journey, and starting in high school or even making it to college, it's just all part of the journey, but not the destination. The destination is growth. Destination is the key moving forward. So what I do want to see is I want to see them grow. I want to see them grow academically. I want to see them to grow physically. And as long as we get that growth, they're gonna, they're gonna see some change. They're gonna be better off than where they were, and that's gonna set them on a good path athletically and academically throughout life. So if you think you're ready to grow, if you think you're ready to move out of your comfort zone, then come train here at Boost. Because I tell you right now, it's not a place to be comfortable. We're gonna push you. We're gonna help you grow. But if you think you're ready for it, come check us out.
Hey, Billy here from Spoiled in Riverside. Just opened up our new location off the 91 in Arlington in Riverside. Come check us out and get spoiled for a change.
Welcome back to the Mike's Fitness Equipment Studio. It's the Inland Sports Show.
And welcome back to the Inland Sports Show here at the Mike's Fitness Equipment Studio. My name is Pep Fernandez. We appreciate you tuning in. We're going to get you all set for the conference finale for the UC Riverside men's basketball team hosting UC Davis on Saturday night. Myself and Big Jeezy, Jeff Gorham, will be on the call, and it will be the final game before the Big West tournament. Join us on the show right now, the head coach of the Highlanders, David Patrick. And Coach, here we are, final game of conference play. And first off, I want to point out that you're on the verge of win number 17 this season, which would be a program record at Division I. Is that correct?
That's correct, man. So I'm just so happy for this group, just to see how far we've come after a year and a half, and now into year two, to see where we were last year, this time, and see where we are now. Just a testament to how hard they've worked and how hard they've bought into what we've been preaching.
Now, it has been a huge turnaround, and I know it's been widely known that this UCR team is really hanging its hat on the defensive end this season, one of the top defensive teams in the entire nation. Do you take a lot of pride on the defensive end, and you think that's a big reason why you're in this position to get win number 17 and set a new program record?
Look, Pep, I think it is. Like, you were with us last year. I looked at our numbers. We were ranked 325th last year defensively, and to look at where we're ranked now, I think we're 9th today. Such a huge jump. And we spent the whole summer talking about it in spring. And it's an emphasis we do every day in practice, and it's paying off and at least keeping us in games nightly.
Well, Coach, you got UC Davis Saturday night at the SRC Arena. And, I'm looking at the Big West Conference standings right now. Could a UCR versus Davis first-round matchup happen also in the Big West tournament? I guess it could, right?
It could. The Big West is so wacky that there's so much parity. I think Irvine's out there somewhat of a separator, and then the rest of us are all kind of bunched up. So I think if we win and some teams lose, we could play each other the first round. We also could finish fourth, depending how the season winds up for other teams. So we're just thankful we're in the tournament this time. This time last year we were begging to get in the tournament. It's a relief to know that we're in there. Now we're just trying to play and get the best seed we can before we end the Big West tournament play.
So, Coach, now that you obviously have your spot in the Big West tournament, do you feel like as long as you're in the tournament, anything can happen? Because all of these games in the Big West have been close. I mean, a lot of close games. All you have to do is win a couple games in a row, and you're going to the big dance.
I do. When I started talking about the tournament last week up at Cal Poly, obviously that was a must-win game for us. And then I talked about it at Hawaii. Like, hey, now if we can get a win here, now we can get a decent team. And like you said, you only have to win a couple games to play in the final of the Big West tournament. And we have proven we can play and beat anybody in this league. And so you just want to get a good seed and go into the tournament in good form, which I think we are as of today.
And, Coach, you guys are coming off that big win at Hawaii. For some reason, the Highlanders always play well at Hawaii. If the Big West tournament was in Hawaii, you guys would be in the NCAA tournament every single year.
Yeah, no, we're great. When we play 7-hour flights, 6-hour flights, we're better at that. You go to Nebraska, you go to Hawaii. That's where we need our games. Either cold weather or hot weather. But like, these guys were so hurt losing on Thursday night to Santa Barbara the way we did. Santa Barbara played great, but we felt like we didn't play our best in the second half. And, really did a good job from start to finish against Hawaii, which put us in a good place to win Saturday night.
Well, again, like you said, the Big West Conference, maybe outside of Irvine, who's kind of separated themselves, and we got Poly at the bottom. But other than that, it's hard to say what these first-round matchups might look like in the Big West tournament. Without saying where you're going, are you going to watch some games this week? Because you guys are free until Saturday, until that Davis game.
Look, definitely. We spent some time today just looking at some possible teams and more about what style of play do we need to be prepared for next week, And so we started doing that now just to get a jump start on it because we do have a few days to practice this week. And look, we're just blessed to be in there, and we'll play anybody any night. And I think we're willing to do that because we do guard and we do defend, which gives us a chance against anybody.
Well, Coach, I always appreciate your time. I know it's a hectic time of the year because this is what it all boils down to, about trying to keep this season going, maybe beyond the Big West tournament. So I do appreciate your time, and we'll see you Saturday night at the SRC.
Thanks so much, Pep. And we hope everybody can come out. It's senior night for our local star and Dikembe Martin and Kai Cabellis. And so it should be a fun night here at the SRC against UC Davis.
Yeah, another reason. Check out the seniors. It could be a Big West tournament preview against Davis. So there's a lot of reasons to head out there Saturday night, 7 o'clock at the SRC Arena. Head coach David Patrick, we appreciate the time. Thank you, Coach. We'll see you Saturday.
Thanks so much, Pep, and go Highlanders.
All right, that's head coach David Patrick. Join us here on the Inland Sports Show, and always a good sport to chat with us here on the show. When we come back, we'll head to the Diamond. We've got some local games we want to tell you about, including the County Clash is back at San Manuel Stadium. We got those details when we come back on the Inland Sports Show.
Welcome back to the Mike's Fitness Equipment Studio. It's the Inland Sports Show.
96.7 KCal Rocks, what's up? It's Pat. .7 KCal Rocks, what's up? It's Patrick and 40. Hey man, you're watching the Inland Sports Show right here. Make sure you check out Pep Man. It's Inland Sports with Pep, but he's on every Monday and Thursday morning with Sports with Pep Man. You guys rock!
The Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Spoiled. Quick, quality oil change. Spoil yourself and your car at Spoiled. Kin Sporting Goods. They have all of your sporting gear needs, Letterman's jackets, and team uniforms. Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass. Athletes of all levels and all sports are going to Boost Performance Training in Corona. Mike's Fitness Equipment. Check out the new storeroom on La Cadena. Quality fitness equipment at affordable prices. Mike's Fitness Equipment. And JoJo's Grill-A-Dog, located in the Mountain Grove Shopping Center in Redlands. Let's be frank, not all dogs are created equal. JoJo's Grill-A-Dog.
The overtime program is really where it all started. So it's a complete off-season program where we do strength training, speed training, we do nutrition prepping. We offer our athletes supplements at the end. It has everything you need. We track progress, we track their weights, we do performance testing. It's really everything you need to prepare for your upcoming season. It's a great program. We've had a lot of great athletes get involved in it, and we're going to be rolling out again this January. This is the most important part of the off-season. You know, if you're really need to get better, you really need to improve, you got to put the time in. And I mean, to get stronger, to get faster, it takes time. Well, you can definitely visit our website at www.boosttrainingsystems.com. You can come check us out at 500 Harrington Street, Suite C1. Check out the Boost Performance Center, or you can contact us directly at 951-532-3903. Just send us a text.
First of all, I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
What's up, everybody? Don't forget, there's 2 Spoiled locations now. I'm at the brand new one right off the 91 freeway at Arlington. You can spoil yourself. You can spoil your car. You come in here, 10 minutes, you're in and you're out. You're back on the road. Go check out Spoiled, local business, locally owned and operated. And they've got the location off the 215 freeway at Alessandro. And this one, the brand new one here, off of the 91 at Arlington.
I felt spoiled. It was great. I got in easy. I mean, the price was the best. The price is just helped me out. And what I really enjoyed about it is that they explained to me what was going on today. And I feel like when I walked out of here, I just felt so special. I said I had a new boyfriend. His name is Spoiled.
You got your flower.
And I got
Welcome back to the Mike's Fitness Equipment Studio. It's the Inland Sports Show.
And welcome back to the Inland Sports Show here at the Mike's Fitness Equipment Studio at Teen Vision TV 16. Let's wrap things up on the diamond. We take you out to San Manuel Stadium, the home of the Inland Empire 66ers, proud Los Angeles Angels affiliate in the California League. And when they are not taking the diamond out there at San Manuel for the 66ers, you might catch a high school baseball game as well. We've got some video highlights of Yucaipa from last year when they played in what they call the County Clash out there at San Manuel Stadium. So let's check out some highlights from the T-Birds from a season ago when they were playing in a County Clash game. Well, we just got our first look at the County Clash for this year, and there's some great matchups as well, including some non-league games and some league games as well involving some Citrus Belt League schools, including Yucaipa. So the first County Clash will be on March 28th on a Saturday. We got Beaumont against San Jacinto, Redlands versus Carter, and Citrus Valley versus Rev. And then on Friday, on April 10th, we've got Summit versus Colton. And then on Saturday, April 11th, another big time triple header. Canyon Springs versus North, Harupa Hills versus Rim of the World, and the nightcap, it's Ramona against Citrus Hill. So those are your County Clash games for this season at San Manuel Stadium, the home of the Inland Empire 66ers. So that's always a great time out there. Let's keep it on the diamond, shall we? We go from baseball to softball. It's our Kin Sporting Goods must-see game this week, and I'm fired up about this one. Really excited because anytime the Big Ten Conference rolls into Riverside, it's a big deal. We've got California Baptist softball hosting a doubleheader against the Michigan State Spartans. So if you're a Michigan State fan, yes, the Spartans will be in town. That's Thursday. That's tomorrow. 5 p.m. doubleheader, Michigan State against CBU at the Funk Stadium out there at California Baptist University. It's our Ken's Sporting Goods must-see game. That's big time. We got big time Big Ten programs coming into Riverside to take on CBU, so we're excited about that one. Doubleheader Thursday, 5 o'clock, Michigan State and CBU. And for CBU basketball, the men finishing up their conference season on the road at New Mexico State and then on the road at Texas Rio Grande Valley. Assuming everything works out for the Lancers like they think they will be in a postseason tournament. They are not eligible, from what we're told, to qualify for the NIT, although the women's team made the WNIT last year, but the men are not eligible for the men's NIT from what we've been told, but they can still make I think it's like 2 other postseason college basketball tournaments out there, the CBI, and there's another one too. So their record is good enough. They've already got 21 wins. They will get into a postseason tournament. And for the women, they're going to finish up at home with a couple home games. Thursday night, again, against New Mexico, and then Saturday against Texas Rio Grande Valley. That Saturday game's a 1 o'clock tip-off out there at the CBU Events Center. Big thanks to Johnny. Big thanks to Anthony, the whole entire team behind the scenes here at Teen Vision TV 16 for making the Inland Sports Show happen. My name is Pep Fernandez. We will see you next week. We will talk more CIF state playoffs for basketball and soccer. Best of luck to all our teams as they chase those state titles. I'm Pep Fernandez. We'll see you next time.